Hi, welcome to our second video of Back to Basics. Back to Basics is a low-impact exercise class made for our post-op patients and clients. We're going to get ourselves started here today with just a little bit of a warm-up. I'll demonstrate as we're doing everything. This is Carly. Carly's going to be doing most of our exercises that are made for more of a stationary position. So we'll go ahead and get started here. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to walk ahead and we're just trying to march. So I'll have Carly marching at the chair, trying to just bring our knee up to about 90 degrees. We're going to walk a few steps and then we're going to walk ourselves back. I'm going about 5 down, 5 back right now. And once we get back, we're going to go into a forward lunge. If you're not able to do a full lunge, that's totally fine. What we're going to do instead is we're just going to lean our weight forward onto that one leg and then switching sides, leaning forward. Just trying to get the knee over the toe just a tiny bit or just matching to the toe. I'm going to go 3 down and 3 back. If you are able to do a full lunge, it's going to be a little bit deeper. We're going to go into about 90 degrees of knee flexion there. Next warm-up drill we're going to do here is a lateral lunge. So we're going to be stepping to the side and we're going to lean our weight over into that hip. And same thing, I'm going to do 3 down. I'm going to hit the other hip, the left side, going back. Back for 3. Remember, using that chair, if you need to use that chair for these, you can stand behind it and go side to side. Next one that we're going to do here is a Frankenstein walk. So we're walking forward, we're going to try and loosen up the hamstrings, the back of the leg. Just nice and slow, taking a step. Trying to keep it as straight as we can and go as high as we can. Biggest thing here is making sure we're under control. Making sure we have our balance. And we're not rounding over our shoulders in order to get extra. Okay, next one we're going to do is a tandem walk. So this is a foot in front of the other. We're trying to keep these as close together as we can. Carly's going to be doing this at the chair. And all she's going to be doing is standing there with one foot in front of the other. And then I'll have her switch feet. Trying to do this with as best the balance as we can, setting that weight as evenly as possible along the feet. Good, and then we'll stay at our chair here for the next part. We're going to try and get the upper body warmed up a little bit. So what we're going to do to start here, so we're going to keep the thumbs kind of pointing forward here. We're just going to slowly go up. We're going to do that 5 times. There's 2, nice and slow, 3, 4, 5. Hands at the sides. We're going to go at our next one here. We're just going to go out. And all I want to do is just make little circles. Get the net a little close here. So I'm going for 10, and then I'm going to reverse. There's 9 and 10, and now reversing the opposite direction. Trying to keep just that shoulder height here. And down. All right, so first thing we're going to do today is we're going to start in front of our chair. And I want to start with the lower body, so I'm going to start us going with the band here. If you do not have one of these bands, they're very easy to get. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at Target or Walmart. They usually sell them in packs of 2 or 3. We're going to put that down around our ankles to start. And we're going to stand up. And I'm going to go left side down first. And I'll have Carly just going back and forth along the chair, taking 1 step to the left, 1 step to the right. But we're going to go along, trying to keep our feet facing forward. Not trying to cheat by taking too big of a step. We want to make sure we're under control. I did 5 down, 5 back. We're going to do that again. I want to get a total of 10 on each side. then once we get back, we're gonna take a seat onto the chair. We're gonna stay with the hips, but we're just gonna move the band up. So all we're gonna do is move that band up above the knee, best we can here, so it's just above the kneecap here. What we're gonna do is I wanna just get ourselves about hip width apart, and we're gonna anchor one side down. So I'm gonna anchor my left down, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step out wide. I'm working that hip again here. I wanna get 12 repetitions on this one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switching, oh, sorry, 2 more. 11 and 12. Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can notice when I'm doing this, I'm kind of turning my foot out as I move that hip. 2 more. 11 and 12. All right, we're relaxing here. Just give our hips a break here for a second. We're gonna move that band back down around the ankles. Let's go back into our shuffles. We're standing out in front. Getting ourselves set. We're doing that same thing down, 5 back, times 2, going for 10 total. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last 5 down and back. 2, 3, 4, 5. And down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And getting back to our seat. One more time, we're gonna move that band back around the knees. We're going back to those seated side steps. So starting anchored on the left, reaching out for the right, 12 repetitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very good. All right, we're going to take this time to take the band off. And we don't need that for a little while. So we're going to put that down at the side. Next thing we're going to do here is we're going to go into abdominals. And what we're going to do first here is I just want to do some nice, slow, and controlled. Just get those things warmed up here a little bit. So I'm going to cross my arms. I'm sitting kind of towards the front of the chair here. We're going to make sure we control by bracing our abdominal area, so bracing our stomach area. We're going to lean back, try and touch the back of the chair, and come back up nice and slow. There's 1, 2, going for 12 again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good, taking a little break here. The next one that I want to do is a Russian twist, and to do that, you need to have some sort of a weight in your hand. Not necessarily a heavy weight, but just something to hold in your hand so that you have something to move you side to side without just using body weight. So what we're going to do is we're just going to lean back. If we can, we're going to elevate. Now to elevate, you want to sit up a little bit closer to the front of the chair so you have some space. But if you need to, keep your feet flat, lean back, and what we're going to do is we're just going to rotate at the upper half of the body to each side 12 times. So again, If we can lift the feet, great. It's gonna make it a little bit harder. If not, keep it on the ground just like Carly's doing. Let's get 4 more here. There's 9, 10, 11, 12. Taking a break here, you can set that weight down. A couple of deep breaths before we go back to our first one. Then we'll go arms crossed. We're leaning back, we're touching that back of the chair, bracing that abdominal area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's very tempting to use your back to try and shoot yourself off the back of the chair. To make it easier, make sure it's nice and controlled and we're barely touching that back of the chair. There's 8, 9, 10, last 2, 11, and 12. Good. Take another break here before we start those Russian twists. We got that weight in hand. Remember, 2 ways to do it. Feet flat on the floor, as Carly will demonstrate, and then I'm going to elevate my feet, make it a little bit tougher, and begin. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We're going to stay seated. We're going to put that dumbbell to the side. I want to go back to a band we've used in the first video. We're going to try and get that upper body a little bit more warmed up too. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do some pull aparts with the band. Wrap that around both hands. Make sure you got enough room here because we're trying to pull it across the sternum. Band pull aparts for 12. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Taking a little break on that one. We're just going to do this one back to back here, so we're just giving ourselves a little bit. And then in this next set, I really want you guys to focus on keeping those shoulder blades back and down a little bit. So we're trying not to elevate here up at the shoulder. Want to keep those down, pulling those shoulder blades together. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. We can put that band to the side again. And then we're going to go back to our hip band. And instead of putting it down and around the feet like we usually do, we're going to put this around the wrist. What we're going to do with this one is I just want us to go out right in front of us. And we're going to do 1 second holds. So we're just working those outer shoulders here, those deltoid muscles. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. Another one we want to control. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. Take a break. Loosen those up a little bit. It's natural when you get tired on this one to try and raise those shoulders up just to try and help you out a little bit. We want to make sure we keep those down. Try and control that motion. It's very easy to hike those. All right, second round, last 12 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. We're going to keep the bands at the side. The next one we don't need any equipment for. What we're gonna do is called a chin tuck. So what we're gonna try and do is take our chin and just try and pull it back towards our sternum area. So what it's gonna look like from the side. We're gonna try and hold that for 1 second and then contract it back. We're gonna do 20 of these. So there's my 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. Let's give those a break there, and we're gonna head and grab our dumbbells for this next activity. What I'm gonna have us do is just a bicep curl from a seated position. So I wanna stand up or sit up nice and tall, and we're gonna go just straight up from the sides. 2, 3, keeping that rep count of 12, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Good, we're gonna set those back down. So give us a break there so we can do our chin tucks one more time, 1 set of 20. That's all we have left. Starting here, keep taking that chin, moving it back towards the sternum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, halfway there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. If you're starting to get neck pain, that's a really great exercise to do throughout the day. You could do that up to 3 times a day, every day, and you could start to reduce some of that neck pain just off of something as simple as a chin tuck. We're gonna go back to that bicep curl. Here we go, we're gonna go for 12 repetitions again, out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. We're going to put those dumbbells back underneath the chair. The next thing we do is going to be back out in front of it. We're going back to standing position. What we're going to be doing here is our sit to stand. If you're able to, we'll do an actual squat, but I'm going to have Carly use the chair. She'll demo that. I'm going to step out in front of it, and I'm not going to use the seat. What we're going to do is we're going to go for our 12 repetitions again, but just making sure that we are shoulder width apart with our feet, making sure our knees are tracking our toes and they're not going to pop in like so. And we're not trying to push them way out wide either. Just want to keep them over our feet. We'll go ahead and we'll begin now. 1, 2. You see I got my hands out in front. I'm using my hands as a counterweight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. We're taking a break here for a moment. I'm going to have us go back behind our chairs. I'll stand out in front of the chair in a second here. What we're going to do is just some abduction at the hip without any additional bands or weight on it. And we're just going to kick it out to the side. And what I see a lot when I am working with patients on this exercise is they like to turn their foot out to try and get extra. We want to avoid that by keeping our toe pointing straight. So we can get the extra balance here without the chair, or you can use the chair if you need the chair. So that was my 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. We're going to switch sides. I'm on my left leg now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Taking a break here. We're going to go back into that front of the chair position. We got one more round of squats. So shoulder width apart with those feet again, making sure we're tracking over our shoes. And we'll go ahead and begin our first rep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, relaxing. Getting ourselves set up, and we'll go back behind that chair again. I'm going to start going out with my left leg, standing on my right. Last 12 each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 2, 11, and 12. Switching, standing on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very good. We're going to use this time to grab a drink here, take a little rest. Okay. I got my handled band, another thing that you can get from any retail store. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand on it like so. I'm giving myself a lot of slack here. If you have had shoulder surgery in the past here, we're going to sit this one out, and I'm going to have you do just a front raise, just to shoulder height. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to brace right here. I'm going to grab my other hand. I'm going to brace at my elbow, and I'm going to extend up. So I'm doing the back of my arm, my tricep muscles. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and switching sides. Again, giving yourself plenty of slack. You can always make it harder by standing a little bit further along the band. So again, I'm going to brace that elbow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, relaxing. Let those arms just kind of relax at your sides here for a sec. We're gonna give this one more go here with bicep curls. We're gonna get our second exercise for it. This one's gonna be a little harder than our other one was. This time, instead of going out from the side, we're just gonna go straight in front. And I just have one foot on. If you wanna make it 2 feet, you can do that. It'll make it a little bit harder. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Taking a little break again. I'm gonna leave that band on the floor. Get myself ready for that overhead tricep extension again. Carly will be doing that front raise. Bracing at the elbow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We're switching sides. All right, last time on these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very good. We're keeping these for one last round. That bicep curl just right out in front. Got my one foot on. Doesn't matter which foot you use. And we'll start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and relaxing. Good. We're going to set that aside. We got one more thing for lower body here today, and we'll finish out with just a little bit of a cool down after that. So what I'm going to have us do, Carly off the side of the chair, we're going to go into our lunges. So we're going to go for repetitions this time rather than just the warm-up. What I'm going to have us do is alternating feet. So taking that step forward. Remember, if you can, we're going to stay away from the chair, but otherwise use it if you need the extra balance. 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to come back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we got our 8. Let's go down and back one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back behind our chairs. We're using this to do our calf raises, so rising up onto our toes. What it's going to look like. Just rocking kind of back and forth a little bit. We're going to go for 12 again, so 6 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taking a break. We're going to go right back to it just to get our last 12. So facing head on here. Last 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. Last things we're going to do today before we do our cool down is just going through balance work. So what I'm going to have us do is we're going to go into essentially what's called a rocker position. So I'm going to use my left leg as my dominant leg here. And what I'm going to do, back up so we can see a little better, is I'm going to take a step forward with my right, elevate my heel, and then I'm going to take a step backwards, elevate the toes. So it's just going back and forth, trying to transition the weight. Carly is doing a modified version in the back here, holding onto the chair just for that a little extra balance. We're doing 12 each side. So there's my 7th. There's 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. And we're going to put the other foot out as our main foot this time, so I have my right in front. Taking that step forward, rising up onto that heel, and then rising up on the toe. And there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 2, 11, and 12. All right, next one we're gonna do is just our tandem walk again. I wanna try and go arms out to the sides if we can. Otherwise, let's stay at our chair and we're just gonna hold the position. So otherwise, hands out to the side. And then I'm gonna turn around and I'll head back to my chair. It's that heel toe walk here. Trying to make sure we're sure of our footing, to get full contact with our whole foot. Very good, standing behind the chair. I want everybody keeping close to the chair in this one. We're gonna go for single leg balance. So what I'm gonna have us do, just try and keep just a finger or two on the chair. If we can remove them, great. And it works different muscles if you like to keep your foot in front or behind, so mix it up if you want. We're just gonna hold this for 10 seconds here. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, we're gonna go just to the tandem walk. We're gonna skip the rocker because we did that one, it took a little bit longer. So we're gonna go into our tandem walk. We're going about 6 or so paces forward and then turning around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you got a bigger space, go ahead and continue on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Important when you're doing that one to keep your eye ahead of you rather than trying to look at your feet. That's just added things that your brain has to process when you watch your feet in comparison to just looking at your finish line ahead. All right, last one we're gonna do, single leg balance. Starting on my right leg here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're gonna go back to the seated position. And we get to do our cool down. So what we're gonna do here first is we get to just kind of relax and kick back against the back of our chair. And we're gonna bring just one leg up. So give us a chance just to hold that in there and stretch out the hips and the gluteal region. So we're gonna use this time also, we can use this as a little extra, loosen up the ankle a little bit. So we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switching sides. So lengthening out that other leg, and bringing it up. Got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relaxing. Next one, we're gonna lengthen out, and we're gonna reach for the toe. So this one's gonna stay flat on the ground, so I got my left leg flat on the ground here. The other one is reaching out. And we're stretching out the hamstrings or that back of the leg. Holding that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switching sides. Trying to keep that leg as straight as you can. You can tell my right one's a little tight there because I couldn't keep it straight. Starting now, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, next one we're gonna do. And if you're a hip, just make sure you're keeping this down a little bit lower, so we're not quite there yet. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this up. If you're having issues with it, you can bring it down to here, and then just kind of lean your body weight forward a little bit. Otherwise, we're up top here in that kind of like a tabletop position here. And if we need a little extra push here, just apply a tiny bit of pressure on that knee, pushing it down and trying to get that hip to stretch out. We're going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switching sides. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, next one we're gonna do, we're trying to get that low back. I'm gonna stretch out and try and touch the floor in front of me, so I'm not sitting too close to the edge of my chair because I don't wanna fall off of it. But I'm just going down, I'm touching it. And you can start to move your feet out a little bit wider if you need to as well. And we're just holding that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rolling back up. Good, next one we're gonna do is we're gonna reach back, we're gonna grab the back of our neck, and we're gonna squeeze those shoulder blades together. And we're just gonna hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. I'm gonna reach around and grab the side of my chair and just reach back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the other side. So I'm grabbing that back of the chair, reaching back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back in front. Next one here, I'm gonna clasp my hands together. I'm gonna reach out. We're gonna stretch out those forearms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. We're gonna go into our next one here, cross body stretch. 10, 9, 8, switching sides, so I'm going to my left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Next one here, if you have had a shoulder replacement recently, what I'm going to have you do is just kind of go into little circles down below. You can just kind of reverse the motion as we go. Otherwise, we're doing tricep stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switching sides. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relaxing. All right, last couple things we're gonna do here. We're gonna loosen up the neck. So I'm gonna go into flexion, so I'm gonna take my chin and move it down, and then extend it back. We're gonna do this nice and slow so that we don't get dizzy. 2, we're gonna do 5 total. 3, 4, and 5. Next one we're gonna do here, we're gonna look forward for a second, just kind of get ourselves re-grounded. I'm gonna take the ear, I'm gonna bring it towards my shoulder on that same side. We're just gonna do that 5 times on the same side. Should be feeling a stretch right along the neck here. And if you're comfortable doing so, you can apply a little bit of extra stretch. So 5 in that direction. We're gonna go to the left side now, so I'm bringing the left ear towards the left shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The last one we're gonna do is just rotate side to side. So I'm gonna look over my right shoulder first. 1, and then back to the center. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm moving to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last thing here for today, we're just gonna take some nice deep breaths in, try and get our heart rate down as best we can here, just relax. We're gonna take 5 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Trying to breathe from the diaphragm, breathe from the belly. Good, expanding that rib cage. Very good today. Thank you for coming back to basics. We'll see you next time.